It was supposed to be one of those lazy golden Saturdays when nothing bad could possibly happen. The sun was hanging low in the sky, warming the air but not oppressively hot. A breeze stirred through the trees, scattering dry leaves across the sidewalks of the community park. Children's laughter echoed like music, blending with the occasional bark of a dog, the rhythmic squeak of swings, and the hollow thud of basketballs bouncing on the court. For my 8-year-old daughter Lily, this was her paradise. She had been begging me all week to take her there, her little voice bubbling with anticipation. "Please, Mommy, just the park this weekend. I want to go higher on the swings than ever before." Her bright blue eyes had that sparkle only children possess, that unshakable faith that happiness was just a swing away. So after packing her favorite snacks, apple slices, crackers, and one small chocolate bar as a reward, I took her hand and we walked to the park together. She wore her pink sneakers, the ones she insisted made her run faster than lightning, and carried her ragged but beloved doll in her backpack. I remember feeling a rare sense of calm, thinking it would be a peaceful day away from chores, deadlines, and stress. But peace rarely lasted long in our neighborhood. Not with Karen living nearby. Everyone knew Karen, the self-proclaimed queen of the HOA. She was loud, entitled, and perpetually furious at anyone who didn't bend to her will. And then there was her son, Brad. At 16, Brad strutted around like he owned every inch of the town. Spoiled to the bone, emboldened by his mother's constant shield, he had become a nightmare for other children and parents alike. He bullied, mocked, and pushed limits, but no one dared to hold him accountable. After all, if you angered Brad, you were guaranteed a house call from Karen, complete with shouting, threats, and false accusations. I had warned Lily before we left, "Sweetheart, if Brad shows up, just stay away from him, okay?" She nodded, not fully understanding why some people were simply mean for no reason. When we arrived at the park, it was exactly as she dreamed all week. Kids were on the jungle gym, the basketball court was alive with bouncing balls, and the swings were empty, waiting for her. She raced toward them, hair flying like a golden ribbon, her laughter trailing behind her. I sat on a bench nearby, watching with a smile as she pumped her legs, climbing higher and higher into the sky. For a moment, I forgot Karen and Brad even existed. Then, the peace shattered. Brad arrived. He came swaggering into the park like a storm cloud, phone blasting aggressive music, baseball cap tilted back, and a sneer plastered on his face. He didn't come alone. 3 of his friends trailed behind him, snickering, like hyenas circling their prey. He immediately shoved a smaller boy off the basketball court, grabbing the ball and shooting without so much as a word. Parents glanced at one another, their faces a mix of irritation and resignation. No one intervened. They never did. I felt my stomach knot. Please, I thought silently, just leave Lily alone. But trouble seemed to be Brad's oxygen. He thrived on it. It didn't take him long to notice Lily soaring joyfully on the swing, her doll poking out of her backpack, her giggles untainted by the dark cloud he carried. He walked over, his friends following, and stood right in front of her swing, forcing her to drag her feet to a halt. "Nice doll," he sneered loudly enough for everyone nearby to hear. "What are you, like 5 years old? Don't you know swings are for babies?" Lily, bless her heart, looked at him with a mix of fear and courage. She hugged the chains of the swing tightly and said, her voice trembling but firm, "It's my swing. You can go play somewhere else." That tiny act of defiance was like gasoline on Brad's fire. His smirk twisted into something cruel. "Oh, you've got a big mouth for such a little brat." His friends snickered, egging him on. I stood up, my instincts screaming at me to intervene. But I didn't make it across the playground fast enough. With one swift, deliberate motion, Brad shoved Lily hard.